Last month, I posted a video on faceless grunt games, and boy, did that one resonate with y'all. You guys poured your thoughts in on why being just a nameless grunt in a game is so much better than being the main character, or worse yet, the dreaded hero character. There are so many players out there who thrive in bolstering the war effort from the sidelines or the rear, many of whom prefer to just be a nameless cog in the war machine, grinding slowly forward towards victory. Which leads me to the primary subject of this video, the unsung hero of tactical military shooters the world over, the humble support role. Without question, the support class is the most underrated and underappreciated position in every game. Yet without them, no mission could be accomplished and no goals could be met. The support class is the force multiplier every commander wants, and the wingman every frontline soldier hopes for. Full spectrum warfare means needing far more than just trigger pullers. Mimicking real life, support roles and classes are vital to the war effort, whether the hard charging frontliners want to admit it or not. Once their guns no longer go pew pew and their tanks no longer go boom boom, it's fucking game over. But the game never stops for the hardened logistics professionals in the gaming world. Whether you're getting revived and healed by a medic or restocked mid-fight with ammunition from a support trooper, the love you feel for these players who prefer to sacrifice their kill count for yours is absolutely real. The support role is less about individual skill and more about enabling the success of others. It's the difference between a squad that moves as a single unit and a squad that dies piecemeal, one by one. To understand the importance of support in gaming, we first need to understand its importance in reality. Modern warfare itself is built on the backbone of logistics, medics, and support units. During the Second World War, for every frontline combat soldier, there were roughly 7 to 8 personnel making sure he could fight. And that rings true to this very day. For every fighter aircraft that you see taxiing down a flight line and screaming off of the runway, there's about 40 to 50 support personnel within the base that all collectively made that single sortie happen. The supply lines, the ammo carriers, the field medics, and engineers, these roles were the difference between victory and disaster. Games like Arma captured this especially well. A convoy delivering ammunition to the front line it's not glamorous work, but when that ammo arrives and suddenly your platoon can rain fire on an enemy position, it becomes the single most important factor in the battle. Or when that much needed fuel finally arrives for those aircraft that have been flying for far too long, well, now they're right back in the fight, making the enemy wish that they hadn't fucked around. Even in more arcade-style shooters like Battlefield or Halo, the lessons are the same. The suppression mechanic in Battlefield wasn't just a gimmick, it was a reflection of real-world doctrine. Keep the enemy's head down, and your squad survives. Halo's support classes with the bubble shields or ammo drops mirror the same principle. Fights aren't won by lone wolves, but by teams who sustain each other. To the right people, though, this is just as flashy as pulling a trigger. The support role embodies what I like to call the quiet hero. These guys rarely get the recognition. No one's making a montage of ammo box resupplies or revive chains, but they should be, considering the impact their actions have across every single engagement. When you see a squad that never seems to die out, that keeps pushing despite the overwhelming odds, it's almost always because someone in that group is quietly keeping them alive. That's the medic sprinting under the fire, that's dragging players back into the fight, that's the ammo carrier making sure the LMGs never run dry, that's the engineer fixing the transport truck that gets the squad back into the AO after every fucking wipe. These players won't always see their name in lights, but every single teammate knows deep down that without them, the mission would fail. In the current gaming landscape, hero shooters and arcade experiences often dominate the conversation, mainly because it's full of fucking 10-year-olds and under. Characters with flashy abilities, highlight reel ultimates, and scoreboard dominance steal the spotlight, unfortunately. But there's a reason that games with deeper, team-oriented mechanics like Arma, Squad, and even the older Battlefield titles have such a devoted fan base. It's because they reward the roles that focus on something bigger than just themselves. The support role matters more than ever, precisely because it reminds us of what teamwork actually means. It's not just about coordination, it's about sacrifice. It's about recognizing that sometimes the greatest play you'll ever make isn't the one that gets you on the scoreboard. It's the one that keeps your squad alive long enough to win the fight. And that's why the support role will always be the unsung hero, because the true heroism isn't about recognition. It's about doing what needs to be done in order to win, even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. So this is a salute to those quiet supply warriors pushing through to the front lines to throw you a bag of ammo, to those truck drivers delivering the much needed vehicle fuel and ammunition so your team can generate your tank force that's a small part of the greater operation, to those transport pilots that want to act as your battle taxi, enjoying the hilarious conversations to and from the battlefield, to those revive kings who actually play the role as a medic and will weather hell and all its fury to get you back into the fight. Thank you. Keep feeding us ammo so we can keep feeding the Blood God.